Hello, welcome to BlueCloud USA, and congratulations on your new phone system. Woo! So my name is Cameron, and I'm a technical support and customer happiness specialist at BlueCloud. And today, I'm going to show you some of the awesome features that your new phone can do. So let's head on over to the phone and check those out. So I'm going to show you some of those features, and as I go along, I'm going to also show you what the buttons do so you can kind of learn about them one at a time. So first, how do we make a call? Okay, well, if you have one takeaway from this video, it is to dial first and then click the dial button. So what do I mean by that? We want to dial the number that we're going for, and we're going to call BlueCloud at 858-800-2121. And we're going to then click the dial button that has appeared on this soft key. So we'll click that. And now we're connected. I'm going to end the call. Okay. So the reason why we dial first is because if you pick up the handset first, and let's say we want to start dialing, and we're going to dial BlueCloud, but what's the rest of the number? And we just can't remember, so we go check it. You'll see that it times out and starts calling the number that you're at. So dial the number first and then click the dial button to call. Next up, you'll notice right above my head up here, you'll see a blinking light. That's our notification light. That means that we either have voicemail or missed call. And you can see on the screen here, it actually says one message and one missed call. So let's see how to check those. Now, in order to check missed calls, you'll click on the down arrow. So on this circular ring, not the middle, but the bottom part is actually a button. So we're going to click that, and you'll see it'll take us to our missed call list. And so it says missed calls up here. The most recent call is at the top. And when we're ready to go back, we can click on the back arrow to take us back to the home screen. And we still have a voicemail message, but we'll check that in 1 minute. First, I want you to notice the voicemail button over here. So this is one of our common buttons that we use and love. It looks like an upside down binoculars. And so in order to check your voicemail, sometimes it looks like the upside down binoculars. On some phones, it looks like a mail button. Now, if you don't see an envelope button or the binoculars button, that means that you might have a different Polycom phone. And in order to check your voicemail on those phones, you'll dial star and then 1 and click dial. And this will actually work on all the phones. So *1, dial. Click dial, and we can hear the options for our voicemail. Alternatively, we can click the voicemail button.
You have 1 new message. Press 1 for new.
Okay, I'm going to turn this down, and you'll just follow the prompts so that you can check your message. So we're going to click 1 to check the message, and it'll give us all the options, and then we're going to actually delete the message now. Okay, and we're going to end the call by clicking the end the call soft key. And so now you'll notice the notification for voicemails is gone, and also up here above my head, the light has stopped blinking. And now you'll also see on the screen, we have our icons. We have a little handset icon with the number of our extension right next to it. And when you see that, you know that your phone's up and running. If it has a green check mark, a green circle, or just a circle, it means it's good. If it's an empty circle or an X, it means there might be an issue, and you can always call us to get it back up and running. Okay, so we've done voicemail. Next, we're going to look at adjusting call volume and ringer volume. So to adjust ringer volume, while the phone's on its home screen, you'll just use the plus button and the minus button to make it louder for the plus button, and it'll ring louder, or push the minus button to make it ring quieter. Next up, we're going to check how to change the call volume. So while you're in a call, so we're talking to someone, now we'll use the plus button to make them louder. and the minus button to make them quieter. Alternatively, if you are on speakerphone and you're calling, so here's the speakerphone button down here. It looks like a little speaker with the little audio signals coming out of it. You just click that. We're on speakerphone now. And to change the volume, we'll just use, again, the plus and minuses. So it depends on what part of the phone you're using to show you which volume you're adjusting. Okay, next up, let's look at muting. So I'm going to get our favorite person at BlueCloud on the phone here. Okay. Okay, so you can hear our favorite person at BlueCloud is on the phone. I'm just turning them down so you can hear me. So in order to mute yourself, this is going to be so that they cannot hear you. Let's say you need to ask your coworker a question. So you'll just click the mute button down here in the bottom corner underneath the speakerphone button. It looks like a little microphone with a flash through it. We'll press that. You'll see it's lit up now. And that means that the other person, we can still hear them, but they cannot hear us. So we can ask our coworker a question, and when we're ready to talk to them again, we'll click the microphone. Alternatively, we can also put them on hold. So in order to put them on hold, we'll push the pause button here. It's a little phone handle with the 2 lines for pause. And so now you'll notice we have a blinking red light over here. That means that they are on hold. And if we wanted to, we could start a new call. And we're going to do that next. So this person is on hold. We have 2 types of transfers. We have an ask to transfer, and we have a blind transfer. And first we're going to do the ask to transfer. So let's say that your coworker is expecting a call. The call comes to you though, and maybe they're busy, maybe they're not, but we need to find out if they're available. So we're actually going to call the coworker first to see if they're available, and if they are, we can just transfer them too. So what we're going to do is we are going to, let's resume this call. So this is the first person that called in. We're going to say, okay, hold on a sec, let me see if they're available. We'll click the transfer button, and we will just click it, a short press. So now it says transfer to, and we are going to type in our coworker's extension, which is 102, or whatever their extension is. You can also type in a telephone number here. And when you have it, you click send. And they are unavailable, so we're going to click cancel. So we click cancel, and we actually brought the person back. Now, if we want to send them over there, we'll try that again. Let's say they are available. Oh, hello, are you available? Yes, I am. We'll click transfer. And so now that first caller has gone to your coworker. So that's ask to transfer. Next up, my favorite kind of transfer is the blind transfer. That's the one where you just send the person right over, whether your coworker is busy or not. So first, let's get our favorite caller on the line at BlueCloud. 858-800-2121. We're clicking dial now. Okay, so our favorite person is on the line now. They've called in, and we are going to transfer them to Sally at 102. And we're not going to ask Sally if she's available. We're just sending the call right over. So we're going to hold down the transfer button on the screen. Now it says blind transfer. That means we don't know if Sally's available, but we're sending the person. We're going to type in a number or extension. So in this case, we're doing an extension, 102, and then we're going to click send. And now that caller is off to 102. So one of the variations to the blind transfer is called the blind transfer to voicemail. And it's going to be the same as blind transfer, but we're going to put a *9 before the extension. And this allows the person that you're sending to go directly to Sally's voicemail. So let's see how that works and get our favorite caller on the line. Okay, so our friend at BlueCloud is on the line, and we are going to blind transfer to Sally's voicemail. So hold down the transfer button. We're going to dial *9 and then the extension 102. Click send. Okay, and I accidentally clicked it twice, so we got a different screen. But that the person is now on the way to Sally's voicemail, and they're leaving a message right now as we speak. Next up, we have call forwarding. So if you need to forward your extension, so calls that come into your extension, if you need to forward them to a cell phone number or a different number, coworker's extension, you can do that by dialing *72, and then you'll put in either the extension or the telephone number. In this case, we are going to forward all our calls to BlueCloud at 858-800-2121, and we're going to click dial.
Call forwarding.
You'll hear it say call forwarding. That means that it is active now, and any calls that come into this extension on this phone will be instead sent to that telephone number. Now, in order to remove the call forwarding, or if you're unsure if you place call forwarding on it, you can always put in *72, nothing after it, click dial.
Call forward canceled.
Okay, you heard it say call forward canceled, and so now any calls that come into this extension will ring on this phone. And next up we have paging. So paging is kind of like calling. It's a little quicker. It allows you to talk to your coworker via speakerphone a little faster than dialing. And in order to do that, you'll dial *8, and then you'll dial their extension. You'll click dial, and the person that I'm trying to send the extension to, the call to, is busy right now. But if they're not busy, it'll page them, and you'll be able to talk to them. And it's like an open line of communication. Okay, next up, let's set up our voicemail. So in order to set your voicemail greeting, you're going to go into your voicemail box, and then you'll click 0 and follow the prompts. So voicemail box, we're going to click the button, the mail button, or dial *1. So mail button.
You have no message.
We're going to press 0.
To change folders, press 3 for advanced options. Press 0 for mailbox options.
Mailbox options.
So press 1 to record your unavailable message. Press 2
And
to record
you'll
your
press
busy
1. I'm going to end the call because I already have a wonderful voicemail message, but you can just follow the prompts after that. You'll press, so voicemail button, press 0, and then follow the prompts. Okay, next up we're going to add a speed dial. So if your phone has speed dials on the side, these are these side buttons on the left side and the right side under my head. You'll see we have some open speed dial slots. So in order to add a coworker to a speed dial or a different number, we're going to hold down on an empty slot. So you'll see that this line is next to an empty spot. So we're going to hold down on it until the screen changes. And now you'll see at the top it says add contact. So first name, we're going to type in their name. Now you'll have to use T9 texting to enter their name. So for example, if you want to put the B, you'll see the B is on number 2, but it's the second one. So you press that twice, and you'll get to B. And so same with O. O is on 6, and it's the third letter. So we're going to type 3 times, B-O, and we're going to put in Bob. And last name is Bob. Whoops, and I made a mistake. I put B, N, and then M, so we're going to hit the backspace button, which is these arrows. Go back and try it again. Okay, first name Bob, last name Bob, and our contact. Contact is where you put the telephone number or extension. So in this case, we're going to put Bob's contact, and Bob works at BlueCloud, our favorite place. So 858-800-2121. And we are going to click Save now. This is now a Save button, soft key. We'll click Save, And now you'll see we have Bob Bob. This is one of our speed dials. So in order to call Bob Bob, we'll just click the speed dial.
Welcome to BlueCloud.
And we're connected with Bob Bob. Okay. And next up, we have conferencing. So this one's a little more advanced. You remember your transferring. It's kind of like transferring. Let's take a look. So first, we're going to get our first person on the phone at BlueCloud. Okay, and I'm turning this down so we can hear our first person on the phone. We are going to put the first person on hold, but we're not going to click the hold button. We're going to click more over here. So more, and then we're going to click conference. This is now conference button. Click conference, and it says here conference with. So we want to put in the extension or the telephone number of the other party. So we are going to conference with our other friend over at BlueCloud, who is now available. Okay, and we're going to click send. So now we're talking to the second person. And when we're ready to merge everyone together, we're going to click more and conference. So now we have we have two callers on the line. And when we're ready to end the call, but we still want to talk to our coworker, we can click split. Split will put both people on hold. And now we're going to choose who we want to talk to. Do we want to talk to the first caller or the second caller? We'll do that with the arrow keys. So we'll go down to the second caller. We'll click resume. Okay, now we're talking to the second person. Okay, it was great talking to you. Bye. We're going to click end call. And now the other person's still on hold. Now we'll click resume on this one. Oh yeah, that was a great conference call. Have a wonderful day. And we'll click end on this person now too. So that's conferencing. Okay, and that's about it. We have some more tricks which you can find out on our website. There's some more advanced stuff in there, and thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, any issues, you know where we're at. Support@BlueCloudUSA.com. Have a wonderful day.